Pixel-based action platformers are a dime a dozen, and there's another one called League of Evil that's available now on the PlayStation 4 and Vita. But is this one truly an evil experience that's worth taking part in, or should this league just be disbanded? League of Evil is a fast-paced action platformer where you're playing as a super agent trying to take down the League of Evil. The game is pretty simple in its design. There's over 100 levels for you to complete, broken up into multiple chapters that basically just break up a bit of the game's story, but there really isn't a lot to it. There's a cutscene kind of at the beginning and end of the chapters. The game has that very much mobile game approach to it, where your goal is to complete the level quickly to try to get a 3-star rating. Levels are very small and compact, but this doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. They are filled with a lot of different challenges, pitfalls, and other hazards that you'll have to deal with in order to try to get through and kill the evil scientist at the end of each level. You also have a briefcase that you can find in each stage in order to work as the game's collectible. Other than that though, there really isn't a whole lot to the game. League of Evil though, however, uses its simplistic nature to be a pretty fun experience if you're into these kind of games. I played a ton of them, in fact recently playing Epic Dumpster Bear, and this is another game that's relatively cheap and doesn't have a whole lot to it, but still ended up being a very fun game to play through. Because levels are so short and usually aren't overly frustrating, it lends itself to be pretty addictive where you're just like, oh, I'll just do one more level, and by the time you finish that, oh, one more stage, and before you know it, you end up completing another 10 or so levels. And the platforming itself is pretty fun. You're able to jump, double jump, wall jump, something that we've seen a million times before, and it works pretty well here. The game also has a nice little retro chiptune soundtrack that goes along with it, nothing that was overly amazing, but pretty enjoyable to listen to for the most part. From the technical side of things though, the game ran smoothly. I didn't run into any major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. League of Evil is available now on the PlayStation 4 and Vita via cross-buy for $4.99, and it does feature a Platinum trophy. The game is also available on the Nintendo Switch, PC, Ouya, and mobile devices. Overall, League of Evil is another fun, action, retro-looking game. There's a million of these games out there nowadays, and this is just another one, but overall, this is one of the more fun ones I've played in the last few months, at least. With everything said, though, I'm going to be giving League of Evil on the PS4 and Vita a 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, it's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoy.